there, Patch Drury, board certified hypnotherapist, dream analyst, and Daimon enthusiast. You may notice something different about this video. I'm wearing glasses because the indignities of turning 49 just won't stop. I'm having to wear progressive bifocals, so not just glasses, but old man reading glasses. We're not here to talk about that, though. We're here to ask the question, is the daimon on God's payroll? And to answer that question, we're going to go to the whiteboard. So we got two circles here. The first one, up in the clouds, up in heaven, this is God. And then down here on the earth, you know it's earth because you can see a tree, is you. And so the Greeks believed that the daimon was a spirit, an intermediary spirit, between you and God. Now, I'm not an ancient Greek philosopher. I don't prescribe to ancient Greek thought. I'm not even a Neoplatonist. I don't subscribe to newer forms of Greek thought. But there is something in that idea of an intermediary spirit that I like. And so let's imagine the daimon as this invisible circle connecting us and God. The thing that makes this thought appealing to me is something called process thought or process theology. Alfred North Whitehead was a philosopher and a theologian. He came up with process thought, and he came up with it, the way I understand it, is because he struggled with something all of us struggle, or a lot of us struggle with. The idea of, if God is all good and he's all powerful, how come there's evil in the world? And the way Alfred North Whitehead kind of approached this problem was to suggest, well, maybe God isn't all powerful. Maybe he's very powerful, powerful enough to create things, but maybe he's not all powerful. And by a reading that he does of Genesis 1, he suggests, and when we talk about God here, obviously, if it's not obvious from me saying Genesis 1, he's looking at this from a Judeo-Christian perspective. But I think it expands beyond that, or it can. Looking at Genesis 1, he says, from a reading there, he determines that chaos pre-existed everything God created, that God created the stuff in the midst of chaos. He couldn't get rid of the chaos, and he didn't create the chaos. And so what he tries to do, what God tries to do, I'm saying he, I don't mean he. I know God's not a he doesn't have a penis. But I'm trapped in patriarchal language patterns, and I apologize for that. God looks at the chaos and he says, well, maybe I can make it better. Maybe I can push back the chaos by creating little pockets of order inside of the chaos. And he, Whitehead says, he invites humankind, to join him in this work. And he does this by using what he calls lures. And so a lure is it's constant decisions that humans are faced with. And if they make the best possible choice, the choice that brings about the most good in the world, then they help God to push back the chaos. And so these decisions, Whitehead called them lures, like a fishing lure, like you would lure a fish with. I think the daimon can be thought of as a lure, God's way of pushing us towards the best possible choice. Now, you could say there's a lot of choices we make that have good or bad repercussions, like eating a salad instead of a cheeseburger. Like that has health benefits potentially. So is the daimon involved in that? Well, maybe. I don't know. The thing that I go back to with the daimon is that the daimon is almost always causative. It's trying to create in the world. And so that's how God pushes back the chaos in my mind, is by being causative, by being creative. And so the lures that I feel the daimon is specifically responsible for are decisions about what you're going to create in the world. And that's how I imagine in my way of looking at the world, and these are all just metaphors for making sense of things that I find useful, the daimon is on God's payroll. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are there any process theologians out there, any process thinkers? Is there anybody who's so turned off by religion that they won't even conceive of God in this equation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay?